So we're about to start 2021 in February because January wasn't it. What's up, icons? It's the iconic fashion figure back with a new video. And I know I've done this before, helping you guys figure out your goals for your business, but it's a new year. We've got new goals. We may have already hit goals last year, so it's time to set those goals again for 2021. Now, some of you may have a new business, so setting goals is all new to you because you're probably still in the planning phase, but that's okay. You can set goals while planning as well. For those of you that have already been in business, maybe you started last year or previous to that, it's time to set new goals by analyzing your previous goals. So I just hit the magic word when I said we need to analyze, and this is going to be for both new businesses and current businesses. For a new business, you'll want to analyze how much you've spent on inventory to figure out what goals you want to set for yourself for this year. And the reason you want to analyze how much you spent on inventory is to project your possible revenue that you can make off of the inventory you've purchased. Of course, figure it out as if you were to sell all of it at 100% retail, so no discounts, no promotions, no sales, nothing like that. What could you potentially make off the inventory you just purchased for your business? But then from there, you kind of need to break it down because you know you won't sell everything at the full price. There'll be sales, there'll be promotions, you'll have to mark things down. Some items may not sell at all, so you'll need to push it any and every way that you can. But let's start with that 100% at full price. This is what you can possibly make, and then we're going to create goals from there. For those of you that are established, we need to look at 2020 and see what numbers you did back in 2020. We know 2020 was kind of a strange year for everyone. Some businesses slowed down a lot, some businesses picked up a lot in 2020. So if you were in business in 2019, you'll want to also go back to that year too to see what you did there, and we're going to kind of figure out in the middle what you should be doing in 2021. Also understand that this year is not much different from last year, so you may do the same as last year, you may do better than last year, you might not do as good as last year. We're all kind of just predicting right now because no one knows what's really going to happen this year. And then from there, once we've done our analyzing to figure out what we can potentially make and what we did last year to figure out what we're going to do this year, the next step we want to do is for new businesses, figure out what it is that you want to achieve. We know we won't sell every single item at the full retail price, but say you want to hit at least 70% of that number. So that's where you want to achieve as far as sales. Now keep in mind, goals aren't just about sales. We're not just thinking about dollar amounts because there's other aspects of our businesses where we need to hit goals. So we could be talking about our marketing. We could be talking about goals for social media. We can be talking about goals for customer service. Some people have those goals of they want to be able to ship to X amount of states in a year because they're trying to reach every possible customer that they can. You have some offices that'll have maps and they'll mark what states or which countries they've shipped to, and that could be a goal for you. You can do it based off number of orders versus the dollar amount, or it could be the amount of the order, like your average order amount. It could be the number of followers that you're getting or number of views you might be getting on TikTok, number of likes. You want to set goals for everything because as long as you have a goal for it, it makes it easier to achieve it. Now for my established businesses, you may be looking more at what you want to change compared to what you did last year. So maybe one aspect of your business was amazing, but you could use a lot more help in another area. Like for me, my numbers were good, so yes, I want to do better than last year, but I need to focus more on social media and marketing because I kind of just put that to the side. I don't pay much attention to it because my business is at a point where it markets itself, but I need to do more with social media, so that's something that I need to focus on this year. So that's one of the things I will want to change. Or another example, because it doesn't always have to be financial, it could be your operations. Like for me, for the most part, my business is flowing really well, but I suck at keeping up with my accounting and filing the papers and that type of stuff. So that's something that I need to set a goal for to make sure it's getting done. So for example, I told myself this year I'm going to set a date at the end of every single month to make sure all paperwork is filed and all my accounting is all caught up. That's just a personal goal as far as my operations, to make sure things run smoothly, so at the end of the year I'm not scrambling to try to get all of that done before I jump into the new year. Tip number 3 for my new businesses that are setting goals. This can be for established businesses too. Prepare for those moments where you may have no sales or just a complete slowdown in your business. Create goals for those times too, because that'll help you stay motivated to keep going, so that way you can achieve that end goal that you have set for your year. So at those slow times, you'll maybe come up with a list of different creative sales and promotions and advertising that you can do during that time to keep you focused, keep you busy, so that way you stay motivated. That kind of is more like a plan, but you're also setting a goal too. You can word it this way when you're setting those goals. So during my slowdown, when I have no orders at all, I'm going to run this ad or do this marketing, do this campaign on social media so I can at least get 1 sale or 2 sales, however many it is that you need. But set goals for those times too, because that helps your year just continue to keep running. And then for my established businesses that was in business last year, and we all experienced all the ups and downs of this pandemic, prepare for another possible shutdown. Fingers crossed that no, that's not going to happen, but we have to prepare for the worst because we've seen it all last year. So prepare for that. What would you do if there's another shutdown? Are you going to switch back to home, working from home? Are you going to keep business going? What happens if everything else shuts down? How are you getting your orders to your customers? Prepare for that, because we experienced the most extreme situations last year that no one could have predicted. But now that we know that that's a possible scenario, we have to prepare for that too. So just like those new businesses setting goals of what they would do in those times where they have no sales, we have to prepare for situations like that as well. Now, when we are creating goals, this is for new and established businesses. Make sure you are specific with your goals. Like I said with the new businesses, at that slowdown, when you say, okay, this is a slow time for me, I'm gonna run this campaign so I can get at least 1 sale. Be specific on what you are trying to achieve, because that helps you stay focused on that goal. If you're not specific with it and you say, okay, I'm gonna run a campaign and see if I make some money, you're not as dedicated to it, because it's like you don't have anything to actually reach for. But if you say, during this campaign, I want to make 5 sales off this campaign, you're gonna be sitting there tallying it down. Okay, I got 1 so far, I got 2. Okay, I got 3 hours left and I need to get the other 3. Hopefully I can get at least 1 order per hour so I can hit my goal. It helps you to stay focused. You need something to focus on, because otherwise, I know for me, I won't pay it no attention. I'll just let it run, and it's like, okay, I'll see at the end what I get. And then really, I didn't make any money off of it, especially if I'm paying for this campaign, because I didn't hit a goal. I didn't pay it any attention. I just let it run and hope for the best. And when you're being specific with your goals, make sure you have a plan for those goals. When you create those goals, you need a plan on how you're going to achieve it. You're not just going to, like I said, run a campaign and hope for the best. You know you have to run that campaign on this social media platform, that one and that one. You might back it up with a second campaign just as a reminder. You know, you only have a couple hours left to get your order in before this promotion ends. Create plans for your goals. If you're doing, like for me, social media, and you're trying to get your engagement up or a number of followers, come up with a plan of how you're going to get that first 100 or that first 1,000. Is it going to be through ads? Are you going to pay for ads? Are you going to go out and promote yourself, just telling people, go follow me, go follow me? Are you going to be one of those people that put comments on everyone's pictures telling me, we love your pictures, DM us type of thing? Whatever it is you're going to do, come up with a plan and what you expect to get out of that. So those people that put all those comments on everyone's pictures telling you to DM them, how many followers do you think you can get off of that? Put that down, because if that's not getting you to your 1,000 that you're trying to get by the end of the week or the end of the month, you need to also do something on top of that to make sure you hit your goal. So create your plans to reach your goals. Now, the way I like to write my goals is I will create a goal for the year. So at the end of the year, I need to make X amount of dollars. At the end of the year, I need to hit X amount of followers. And with that yearly goal, I'll then break it down by month. Okay, this is what I need to do for each month. And then you can break it down weekly and then break it down daily. I've shown you guys in my previous video with my calendar exactly how I do as far as the financials, what I want to reach. That was just monthly, that wasn't even for the year, but at the end of the month, this is what I need to make. And then I broke it down by day, what each day for that week, what that total would be at the end of the week. So I knew for each day, this is what I need to reach. And then at the end of the week, I'll tally it up to see, did I hit my weekly goal? Was I short because now I need to add to the next week? Or did I do really good and I went over my goal? So for that next week, I'll still keep my goal the same way, so that way I would just make extra for the month, or would help me for another slow week, but I will always break it down daily, weekly, and monthly, and then that total for the all 12 months will give me my annual, but I work backwards. Now with any goal, any plan that you have, make sure to write it down. I know I have gotten comments on videos when I tell people get pen and paper and they get mad at me saying what I need pen and paper for. I'm telling you, if you write down a goal, it makes it more realistic. That's kind of like just with a vision board. When you put your goals on a vision board of what you want to achieve for that year and you're constantly seeing it, it's all a mindset thing. If you're seeing it all the time, you know this is what you need to achieve. This is a daily reminder for you to know this is what you need to be working towards. So just like with a vision board, it's the same thing with your business goals. You want to write those down. If you have to, create a vision board just for your business. On my vision board, I have it broken down in half. The top half is business, the bottom half is personal. But I have those goals down because I know I'm gonna hit it, and it's literally right on my phone. So every time I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at my vision board because those are all my goals that I need to hit for the year. But make sure you have them written down, because it's also nice too when you're working towards those goals to be able to go in and check it off. It's like the best feeling to know, okay, I've done this, okay, now this is the rest that I need to do. It makes it so much easier. So when I say write it down, find your own way. It can be in pictures on a vision board, it can be in a notepad, just writing it down, it can be a checklist, however you need to do it, but it's always good to have it visually because it's that visual reminder that this is what you're working for. And the last tip I can give you when creating these goals for 2021 is set deadlines. So just like I said, I have that annual, the monthly, and weekly goals. Set deadlines of when you want to achieve this stuff. Same thing with my planning as far as having operations run smoothly. I know at the end of every month this is what needs to be done, and I'll set a specific date on when I need to do it for that month so I know it's getting done. But if you have deadlines, again, you have something that you're working towards. Just like with those campaigns we're talking about, by the end of this day I need to hit this number of sales. You're giving yourself a cutoff so that way you know you're focused on this and you have to achieve this by this time. Setting and achieving goals is super easy to do. All it takes is dedication, and you have to be focused. So as long as you're writing them down, you're setting your deadlines, and you're looking at them daily, you can make them happen. Thank you for watching.